Well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there today. Yes, it is Monday. And guess what happens on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays? Hey, I'm live at 5. 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 Come on inside of the room. Let's start this conversation off, right? So last week, it was all about I really want to change. I mean, I really want to change. And in order for that to happen, we had a series of lessons. But before I do a quick recap and invite you to what it is that I want to invite you to today, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Deneen Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program. It's the number one training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, and build a highly profitable business. You do this by building your courage, confidence, and competence so you can accept, believe, and commit to what it is that God has called you to do. So, look, all last week we talked about how there's some things that you really need to do in order to be able to change, to really see it in your life. Okay, Pamela is in the house. Brenda Estes is in the house. Sherilyn is in the house. LaShawn, you are in the house. Hey, sissy, how you doing? Where is my red dress? The question is, LaShawn, where's my red dress? You're missing my red dress. But look, yes, fam. Hey, fam, how you doing? So listen, let's do a quick recap of everything that we learned on last week. So the first thing we started to talk about that there was three things. Hey, Kimberly, how you doing? Three things that I needed you to get clear on, that in order for you to have change in your life, you had to decide that this was something that you was going to do. Number one, do y'all remember any of them? If you remember something, I need you to just go ahead and start dropping it in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and give number one. Number one was you have to become someone else. You have to become someone else. It's all about becoming. Put it in the chat, becoming. Put it in the chat, becoming. And in order for you to actually do that, yep, it was three things. It was three things, Pamela. You got to become someone else, right? Because you got that the person that you are today is not the person that you need to be to realize the goal. Because if so, you would already be there. Yes? Are we in agreement? Okay, you have to become someone else. Okay, y'all dropping it, jumping it. Number two. What was number two? Do y'all remember? Number two was that you have to commit to doing the things that's going to be required or necessary for you to see the change in reality in your life. And if you don't commit to it, to doing the things, even when you don't feel like it, even when you think in your mind you don't know how to do it, even when you think that it doesn't work or it didn't work for me the last time, right? You have to be committed to taking the necessary actions to see the change. And then the last thing was is it's going to take time. So you got to put the time in. And y'all told me that y'all was ready. Y'all was going to put the time in. And then we talked about a couple of distinctions, right? The last distinctions that we talked about was a way versus the way. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember us talking about like a way is like there's many different ways to get to where you want to get to, right? In order for me in my personal walk, my spiritual walk, there was a way for me to get to Jesus Christ. Your walk to get to your God, whoever you worship, was a way. There's many ways to get to Jesus Christ. But for me, based on my belief, Jesus is the way, right? The one way, the way, in order to restore the relationship that I want to have with God. He's the way. But how to get to him is a whole bunch of other ways. Put it in the chat. There's many ways. Put in the chat. There's many ways. There's many ways to get to where you want to go. And I want to invite you today to a way. A way. So here is what I got when I started standing for women actually living without regrets, right? I want to powerfully call you into a life that you can experience with passion, purpose, and power. But in order for you to do that, you have to develop yourself to become someone that will take the necessary actions to manifest the things that you want to see, right? So, as I grew in my self development journey, and I actually experienced a loss in my life, right? It was the loss of my mom back in 2019. And when that happened, I got how peaceful it was for her to pass with me having no regrets. Put in the chat, no regrets. Put in the chat, no regrets. But there are sometimes we walk around here with broken relationships, broken dreams, broken aspirations and inspirations. And we think that it's okay to step over them, like not to address them, not to honor the words that we've broken to ourselves, to lose the weight, to build the business, to have the healthy relationship, to make the type of money that we want to make. We think that it's all right for us to do that. And what I'm saying is that's out of integrity. Put it in the chat, out of integrity. Put it in the chat, out of integrity. And in order for you to reach your goals and to become the person that you want to be, integrity is going to have to be a thing that you adopt. And when I say adopt integrity, you're going to have to adopt it in a way that you never have before. You're going to get that you can't step over broken relationships. You can't step over not honoring your word. You can't step over not having and reaching your goals. You can't step over not making the money that you want to make. Because see, you want to live this life with no regrets. Put in the chat, no regrets, no regrets. Because you can only imagine how many people have this conversation on their deathbed about the things that they wish they could have done, should have done, conversations they should have had, relationships they wanted to experience. And that's not what we up for. We're up for leaving this world empty. If you want to leave empty, put in the chat, I want to leave empty. I want to leave empty. That means that you're going to pour into and serve the people that you are meant to serve, that you're going to make the money that you want to make. You're going to build the business that you want to have, that you're going to achieve the goals that you have set for yourself. And the thing that I want you to get is that validation from other people is not necessary. The only validation you need is the validation from God. And if you for that, say, I'm for that. I am for that, right? Because as you wait for people to cheer you on and to pat you on your back and to say that this is something that you can do, you are wasting time. And look, you don't know when you're leaving. You don't know when the people that you love will leave. You want the people that you want to pour into to be able to experience what it is that you have to offer and to see you achieve the things that you want to offer. She said, okay, so let me go to the chat because I see y'all chatting it up. I'm loving it. Okay, let me go back here. Okay, Pamela said, I'm for validation from God. Right. Because the longer you wait to receive validation from somebody else, you may never be able to reach your goals. And who want to do that? Because I'm trying to leave empty. You trying to leave empty? Right. Okay. Brenda ST said, I'm for that. I'm for that. And LaShawn said, okay, look, you got to adopt integrity at a greater level to achieve the life that you want. Absolutely. So that means when you say you're going to do something, you got to do it. And as soon as you know that you're not going to be able to honor it, you got to clean it up right away. You can't wait. You can't have people waiting on you. You can't have people waiting for things that you promised and you never explain or express that you can't do it and when you're going to be able to do it. And the thing is, too, that we don't like about integrity is that you also have to be responsible for the things that they may not request of you, but they're expecting for you to do, right? So here's an example of that. You may have set up an appointment to go and, let's say, ride bikes. And your friend don't have a car, but you invited her to ride bikes. Now, she may not ask you for a ride, but you know that she don't have no transportation to go ride bikes with you. So if you asked her, she may already be thinking that it's understood that you're going to come pick her up because you're inviting her to come to this event. Do you get that that is integrity? That you would have to go and pick her up because you already know that this is an expectation of her, whether she mentioned it or not, whether she requested it or not. The great thing for you to do is to ask her, hey, so-and-so, do you need a ride? Kim, do you need a ride? Okay, I figured as much because I know you don't have, what it is to get you there. Then I'm going to do it. Okay, LaShawn, you said what? Clean up? Let me see what she said. Can you put that back on the screen? Okay, clean it up right away when you fall out of integrity. Exactly. Don't sweep it under the rug. Don't step over it. Don't act like it didn't happen. All the things. So look, here's what I want to do. I want to invite you to participate in a 3-month coaching program that I'm building for women who are ready to really make the change. And yes, it's going to require work. And yes, you're going to have homework. And yes, you're going to have to show up in a way that you have never showed up before. And yes, you're going to be calling folks. And yes, you're going to be rebuilding integrity. And yes, you're going to be making things exist in your life by adding it to your calendar and creating new possibilities around it. So it keeps you charged up every time you read it. When you look at your calendar, like I am creating for me and my daughter to have the most joyous, spiritual, connected relationship there is. And that's why I drive her to school every day, right? So that creation information, that new possibility should be listed right there. I do this thing because what? What am I trying to actually realize in my life? Because it ain't enough to just dream about it. It ain't enough to just talk about it. It ain't enough to just pray about it. It's going to take more. So look, I dropped the link in the chat for you to go to the sales page right now. Invest in it. It's $150 a month. That's not a big investment. In order for us to meet, we'll have a total of 12 sessions. All the dates are there. Saturday mornings, 10 o'clock a.m. Look and see if this works for you, if it fits in your schedule. It's an opportunity for us to start manifesting these things that you want to see. And look, because of my schedule and because of when we're starting, we're going to be together until January, meaning all those New Year resolutions, all those things that you want to see happening in 2023, guess what we're going to do? We're going to get them done. We're going to come up with the strategy and the pathways and the actions that you actually need to take in order for them to manifest. Because again, Q, your coaching program is finally here. It is in the chat. Hopefully you saw it. We're starting on October the 15th. So take a look, click on it. 15 seats available. That's it. Why? Because in order for me to be able to powerfully coach you and help you reach your goals, I can't have a whole bunch of people. And it's going to be the 15 people for the 12 weeks. I cannot take any more. I'm not adding any seats. I'm not doing any of the things. So if you know that you want to be a part of it, don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't wait for the next 3 months to come. Get in it now. Get your start that you need in order for you to manifest some of these things before the new year comes. And we're going to start taking action now. We ain't waiting for nothing else. We're not waiting for validation from our friends. We're not waiting for the okay from people in our lives. If God said that it's for you to do, then guess when you need to do it? You need to do it right now. And remember, this is not the way. This is just a way for us to be in conversations, a way for us to really get the goals out of your head onto paper, into existence, and manifest it in your life so you can stop talking about these things that you've been talking about for so long, right? I know Dr. Roz and I had that experience when we started working together. She had been talking about starting a business for years. We started a business in a weekend. Do you understand? Because there's something about talking about it that don't make it manifest. What I had her to do, some action steps that she knew that she needed to do anyway, that she was waiting on. I don't know what she was waiting on, but she was waiting for me to come and give her that push that she needed, to tell her that, look, it's been past time. If you've been waiting for permission to get your business off the ground, permission granted. And if you have been waiting to have powerful relationships in your life, right? Q can attest to that, right? New career, Q can also attest to that because we done coached her on that too, right? So from relationships with self, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be with somebody else. Just want a better relationship with yourself, to deal with you, to be able to empower you, to be able to stand up for the things that you care about, to actually cause change in the areas of your life that you care about. Then it's going to require you becoming, committing, and taking this time and using this time wisely. We will not be talking about the same goals come next year, right? We're going to manifest these things and make it happen. So look, I look forward to seeing you inside of the coaching program. We're live at 5 still, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, Saturday mornings at 10 o'clock a.m. starting on October the 15th. We will be together. We will be working. And this is what I'm saying, y'all. It ain't going to be an opportunity for us to just chit chat. Chatting is going to be a part of it, but working is going to be a part of it too. Ask Pamela. Ask Q, ask LaShawn, ask Sherilyn, ask Rosalind. It's no way that you're going to receive goals and achieve the goals that you want, and you think that there's no work required. Who I called out? Clients, people that know that it's going to take work, people that know that it's workbooks and worksheets and action items for you to take. And you're going to have what you need. And you already have some of the things that you need. The thing that's stopping you is the becoming, the commitment, and the time that you're willing to put in. And remember, y'all said that y'all was for doing the work, right? I'm down with doing the work. Put it in chat. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to do the work, right? Because y'all said that last week, that y'all was ready to get it in, to get the work in. So now it is time to get the work in. Invest in yourself. Invest in the coaching program. I look forward to serving you. I will see you on October the 15th. We're going to start and we're going to go for it. And in 12 weeks, my promise to you is that your life will never be the same. And I promise it won't. And for those of you who work with me, you already know that it won't. but it's going to require you to do the work. And if you're committed to doing the work and you're ready to see that change in your life, you're ready to have the relationships, you're ready to have the money, you're ready to lose the weight, you're ready to build a business, you're ready to see the finances fixed and together, then you got to be ready to do the work. Always looking forward to serving you. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I'll be live at 5. Hey, I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live.